This tutorial is about three-step stoichiometry. So let's take a look. First thing that we always have to do is balance our chemical reaction to get our coefficients. Remember, the coefficients are the numbers that you use for the mole ratio in stoichiometry. All right, let's read through our problem. Calculate the mass of silver bromide produced from 22.5 grams of silver nitrate. So the chemicals that we are going to focus on in this reaction are silver bromide and silver nitrate. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to write down what we are given, 22.5 grams of silver nitrate, and our unknown is our mass, which is another word for grams, of silver bromide. So the reason that this problem is so many steps is take a look at what you're given. You're given grams, and take a look at what you're looking for. You're also looking for grams. Now, we know that we are changing our substances. We're going from silver nitrate to silver bromide. But remember, to change substances, you must use a mole ratio. And mole ratios can only be in moles. So therefore, we need to get rid of our grams in silver nitrate to convert to moles. And that requires a molar mass. But then we are also asked for grams of silver bromide. So therefore, we will need another molar mass. So in this problem, you need the molar mass of silver nitrate and the molar mass of silver bromide, which you get from your periodic table. So we have 169.872 grams of silver nitrate per 1 mole of silver nitrate. And for our other molar mass, 187.772 grams of silver bromide over 1 mole of silver bromide. Okay, so we also, because this is stoichiometry, need our mole ratio. Oops. You get your mole ratio from your coefficients. Well, we underline the coefficients that we were going to be using because we're starting with silver nitrate and we're going to silver bromide. So the mole ratio is going to be 2 moles of AgNO3 per 2 moles of AgBr. Okay, so we are going to have to use 2 molar masses, 1 mole ratio to go from our 22.5 grams of silver nitrate to our grams of silver bromide. Time to set up our dimensional analysis. Remember, with our dimensional analysis, we always start with our given. And we need to figure out which of our converters we're going to use first. Look at the unit we're starting with, grams of silver nitrate. We're trying to get rid of grams of silver nitrate. So the first thing that's going to happen is the unit, grams of silver nitrate, has to be at the bottom of the fraction. So that tells us that we're using our molar mass for silver nitrate. All right. Now that we've done that step, the unit we have is moles of silver nitrate. Once we are in moles, we can use our mole ratio to convert from silver nitrate to silver bromide. So we put our mole ratio next. Remember, the unit you want goes on top. The unit you're canceling out goes on the bottom. So our very last step is to see that we now have moles of silver bromide, but that's not what we wanted. We wanted grams. So we now have to use our last molar mass, this time grams going on top because that's the unit we are solving for. And moles going on the bottom because that is the unit we are canceling out. Okay, now it's time to just put it into the calculator. You could multiply across the top, multiply what's on the bottom, then divide top and bottom, or you can do it step by step. So take 22.5, divide it by 169.872, multiply it by 2, divide it by 2, then multiply by 187.772. Make sure if you're doing it step by step to press enter every time in the calculator so the calculator does the correct order of operations. What you should get when you do that is 24.9 grams of silver bromide. Try it on your own, see if you get that number.